Today we're going to talk about QuickBooks and integrations, all the plug and plays that you can plug into QuickBooks to do what your business needs to do. I'm Kristy with Kristy Barber Consulting, and I help manufacturing, distribution, and e-commerce companies build out their accounting departments. So there's a variety of things that QuickBooks does and does not do. I'm sure you've seen in previous videos, or if you haven't, check those out, of things that QuickBooks can do and where it's not the best, especially around inventory items. When you're looking at QuickBooks and you're wanting to build out your accounting department, you also have to think about the other departments within your business. We're looking at sales. How are we managing our CRM? How are we managing inventory? Are there ways that payment processing needs to come in? What are we doing about payroll? So a good way is to determine, can QuickBooks or whatever accounting software you're using, can it do it all? So when looking at smaller companies, you're probably using QuickBooks. Maybe some people using Xero out there. Usually you get there, up to like 5 to 7 million, I think, before you're really thinking about moving to a NetSuite or a Sage, something like that. I have worked with clients that are on QuickBooks and they're $500 million, so it is doable, but it depends about all the integrations that are surrounding it to make your business be able to still stay on QuickBooks. So one of the big things to look at is start evaluating what your company is today. Are you shipping things out? Do you have a distribution center? Are you taking orders via EDI? Are you taking orders by just an email and then you're manually entering them in? How are you utilizing QuickBooks to store your customer information? Do you have their address, their phone number, their W-9 information? How are you managing all of that? And so those are good things to look at, and then decide, what does QuickBooks do well and what can I keep it? And then what do I need to start looking at and connecting into it? So one big thing always to look at is payroll. Do you like the way that QuickBooks does payroll? Does it meet the needs of how it does it? I have a client personally that payroll gets messed up every time we run it for some reason. They have one employee, we have it on auto pay, and every time QuickBooks will send us a message and say payroll can't be run, and we have to manually do it. So we looked at a third-party payroll company that will integrate in with QuickBooks, and it will drop in those journal entries every month, and that way we weren't worrying, oh my gosh, are our employees gonna get paid? It just makes it that much easier. And so that's one item to look at. Another is, like I brought up before, is the inventory management. QuickBooks does not do that well. It doesn't calculate if you're buying things at different costs and kind of averaging those together and determining what is best. So you can look at a variety of different solutions, like a Katana. That's a big one that's out there. Depending on what type of industry you're in, Apparel Magic is another one if you're more on the apparel side of things. But they just make things a lot easier of managing purchase orders, managing your inventory. Are you actually building something where you need a bill of materials to say, hey, it's these steps and this is how I built the product? And then that information would then come over into QuickBooks to say, hey, I have so much raw goods, I have so much WIP, and I have so much finished goods. The last big thing to look at is analysis and reporting. QuickBooks does a decent job with reporting, but there's other software solutions out there that you can build various reports, whether that's through Power BI, it's through Tableau, any of those. And it just depends what your needs are to know what type of reporting you need to be able to put it together. So as you can see, QuickBooks has a lot of software solutions that it can integrate. Some of the solutions that are available will meet your needs and others don't. It's a great way to be able to determine what your company needs by looking at all of the other solutions out there. A lot of them will show you demos. You can watch demos of them on YouTube, but it's another way that we can help you as well determine what solutions need to come in and how to phase those in, because as your business is growing, you don't need everything today, but you may need it when you hit a certain dollar amount or an employee amount, or I'm hitting so much in sales, like a quantity amount that needs to get out the door. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you learned a lot today about QuickBooks and its integrations. Check out the description below. We have some free resources that list out all of the solutions that QuickBooks can integrate with and some of our top ones that we enjoy partnering up with. You can also connect with me on any other socials.